Thanks for joining us for our Fantasy Game Day Sunday Stars 10-minute tips brought to you by Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover. We're going to give you our best picks for the for the Fantasy Game Day NFL Week 2 slate for the Sunday Stars game. If you have still not joined Fantasy Game Day yet, what the hell are you doing? Go do it now. Go download the app for the UK's best NFL daily fantasy game. Sign up using promo code COVER. You'll receive a free play after your first entry. Got to be 18 years or over to play in the UK. And of course, please gamble responsibly. Joe, Byron, we sucked at Fantasy Game Day last week, but some of our picks were all right, I think. We did an all right job. We just didn't put them in our own bloody team. Let's get into our picks for week 2. What have you got for us at quarterback? Joe, do you want to start us off? Oh, no, he's not, has he?
I had a disaster last week choosing Tua, so let's hope I can make this up. But I've got, the Mac is back. Shanahan's number one quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers at £4,000. It's the cheapest quarterback available. And at New Orleans, I think he's going to get a lot of easy passing downs, and I think he's the kind of quarterback which Shanahan loves. In the preseason, he did sling it quite often. So, yeah, I'm liking it. If you wanted to get spend money around at the running backs and the wide receivers, just getting the cheap quarterback who's going to play this week, and his price will probably increase if he plays again next week. So I do like it at £4,000.
Excellent. Byron?
I've gone Justin Fields, 4,600. The 21st most expensive quarterback on the slate. What am I missing here? Justin Fields was really good against the Steelers. The Bills against the run last week gave up 7.67 yards before contact per attempt to Lamar Jackson, which was the worst for any quarterback, third amongst all rushers in the NFL. And Lamar had the most explosive run rate amongst quarterbacks. 33% of his runs went for 15 yards or more last week, which again was the number one QB or fourth amongst all rushers in the league. Justin Fields looks ready to take off at any given moment. He's got Garrett Wilson on lock already. This O-line and this run game is, if you can bully the Steelers, you can bully the Bills. So I can't believe he's a 21st price quarterback. He's £400 cheaper than Sam Darnold, than Tua, than Trevor Lawrence. I don't understand it. So yeah, I'll take that price all day long. And again, it leaves you plenty of room to build around.
Yeah, I've gone for, I suppose, similar reasoning. I've gone for Dak Prescott, 4,800. You're just not going to see him this cheap again, I don't think, in a Sunday Star slate. I think it's just a reaction to last week where I think he went for 188 yards, no touchdowns. So from a fan's perspective, he had a bad week. He was not helped out by receiver drops. Those ones that you expect him to catch, particularly from CD Lamb, he'd have probably ended up with 1 or 2 touchdowns, 250 plus yards, which will look a lot better. Giants also do have that formidable pass rush. Might struggle to get going a little bit, but I think in the second half, the Cowboys can pull away, and that's when he can do his damage. So I'm expecting a solid game from Dak. And for your 4,800, I think gives you a really good quarterback option again to then build around the rest of your squad. Dak Prescott isn't going to be 4,800 again in Fantasy Game Day anytime soon.
Yeah, let's just hope there's no other lightning strike, and he should continue.
That kind of bone.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, we'll be fine.
Well, it struck 3 times in the NFL Week 1.
All right, fact check.
Moving on to wide receivers, I'll kick off. And because of the, maybe saving some money by taking Dak, I'm going to spend on my wide receiver, Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is a beast. He's a monster. He had 10 for 130 last year, even after taking a smash to the face. He's so consistent. He's so reliable. Doesn't feel like, based on last week, his target share is going to be too diminished with Devontae Adams being there so far. Enough ball to go around. I think Nacua will have a solid game against the Titans. I'm expecting him to find the end zone as well. I'd expect double-digit catches again, 100-plus yards. If he had a tutty to it, that's starting getting close to 30 points. So I like him as a potential captain shout as well this week for Puka Nacua.
Yeah, I've gone A.J. Brown, Eagles at Chiefs at 4,800. Wide receiver 23 on the slate. A.J. Brown is not going to have a game like he did against Dallas. It just will not happen. They're going to throw him the ball more. They never got him going last week at all. He was barely in man coverage, to be fair to Dallas. They had him in zone an awful lot, which done well to reduce that impact. But they're going to need to throw the ball more than they did against Dallas, I'm very sure. And I just don't think you're going to see AJ Brown at 4,800 again anytime soon. He's normally in that 6,000 range. It's the same price as Rashee Rice this week, so give me in the lads. Come on, sort that out. He's going to score more than Rashee Rice.
Yeah. I think this is the bit around kind of the games like this, isn't it, where you get the early on when you've got kind of don't have as much data, you can kind of find some of these bargains and stuff like that. We went for a lot of them last week and they didn't actually work out for us. So, but they will, potentially the case this week as well. So, yeah, again, AJ Brown, beast of a receiver. We've seen him score big points in fantasy game day before, and I'm sure he will again. But is it going to be this week against the Chiefs? Byron certainly thinks so. Joe?
Yeah, was a lot in Miami. It's a lot of Boutte. So let's go for Keyshawn at 3,400. It felt like him and Henry was the number one targets for Drake May. So I think he could be same again. Obviously, that's a bit worried if Keyshawn is your number one wide receiver, but I think he's going to get plenty of targets. And at that cost, again, it's another cheap option. We just saw Daniel Jones throw all over this Miami defense. So I think it's going to be very similar where they haven't got many decent defensive backs. So it's all about the Boutte.
I'm kind of concerned about Joe's spending habits. This cheap Boutte is £3,400. You must be doing very well up in Canada, Joe, is all I can say.
Well, it's Miami, mate, totally a premium.
I don't know, Joe made the gag to start with and went into some real serious analysis about the pick.
I didn't hear a single word of that.
Excellent. This is a family show, guys. Come on. Fantasy Game Day, big family company. And lastly, our picks. Joe, do you want to carry on and pump any filth you've got for this one as well?
Yeah, no puns for Trey McBride in Carolina. So he's the number my tight end. I've got 5,200, and that could have come wrong with Boutte before. So I think another big game from. I think he's going to be him and Harrison again, a big targets for Murray. Hopefully Murray's feeling a lot better this week, so I think he could get 1 or 2 touchdowns. I was tempted with James Conner, but I think obviously that's a higher price. So I think McBride could be the high scoring tight end this week.
Yeah, he had 9 targets last week. So again, kind of you're getting close, kind of like 10 targets a game, sort of. Fully expect that to continue. Byron?
Yeah, I'll take the running back 26 in pricing, Travis Etienne, who I think will be ETN this week with no Tank Bigsby in the room anymore. Virtual Tootin will come along throughout the season, and LaQuint Allen will be the pass catching back, I think, on like 3rd and 6th and longer. But otherwise, it's Travis Etienne's job. Running back 6 in PPR scoring so far this season. Obviously, 1 game against the Panthers, who not the greatest run defense, probably one of the worst run defenses in the league, truthfully. But they're playing the Bengals this week, so not sure that matters that much because the Bengals aren't pulling up any trees either. Has an over-under 49. The Jaguars are underdogs in this game, but they have the highest implied team total of underdogs this week. I'm just kind of stunned. He's £200 more expensive than Rico Dowdle. Okay, I'll take advantage of these prices while you're throwing them out, Gamete and the gang. But I do not understand why he is a running back 26 this week with Tank Bigsby leaving town in an advantageous matchup. I'll smash this all day long at 3,600.
Excellent. And I've got my pick. So many people were worried that he was going to be J.K. Bobbins, but I'm going to go for J.K. Dobbins. Thank you. So yeah, I think 18 touches last week, 16 rushes. RJ Harvey broke one, didn't he? And that kind of pumped his stats up a lot. I think he broke a 50, didn't he? So it was like 5 rushes for 70 yards. Obviously, that was pumped by 1, but they still kept going with Dobbins. So I feel for now, he's still going to get the bulk of the workload. So yeah, 4,400. I think he ran 16 for 63 and a touchdown. If he's going to get 16, 18 touches again, potentially, I expect him probably to get close to 100 rushing yards. And yeah, that Indianapolis defense wasn't particularly tested last week, let's say, when they played against the Dolphins. So I'm certainly expecting the Broncos to give them a bit of a sterner test. And at 4,400, I think that's pretty good value for J.K. Dobbins in this matchup.
Would you like a quick J.K. Dobbins fun fact before we finish our 10 minutes?
Absolutely.
Since he was drafted into the league in 2020, J.K. Dobbins has the longest the largest yards per carry in the entire NFL. 5.2 yards per carry.
Excellent.
Any player in the NFL.
So, yeah, give me 18 touches at 5.2 yards a carry and a touchdown or 2. That'd be great at 4,400. So there are Fantasy Game Day tips for week 2. Make sure you are joining us, play whatever level of daily fantasy. If you've never played or you're a seasoned veteran, then come join us. Sign up using promo code COVER, all the capital letters, and you'll receive a free play after your first entry. You've got to be 18 years or over, must be in the UK, and of course, please gamble responsibly. And if you've watched this, we'll catch you for our review episode on Tuesday, where we'll look back at hopefully some great Fantasy Game Day picks that have come through and the full slate of action from the NFL.